Oh,
Well,
I know you guys.
hello.
You have a program on Channel 14, don't you?
Yeah, but we know you better.
You're on Channel 5.
Yes, I do
bet we
programming on
watch you
Channel
a lot
5.
more than you watch us.
No, I don't think that's true because you guys have the best show on Channel 5.
well.
All the programming. you
Yeah,
have.
we know that.
Of course, your programming is quality.
Yes,
programming
compared-
Well,
also.
wait a minute now. What are we doing here? Do you have any idea?
Well, I was looking for your lunch, you know. I'm always.
Hey, that's
Oh.
our production company.
Yeah, that's you guys.
Yeah, that's
you.
us. Well, that's
What are we doing here?
Oh, I don't know. I am.
Oh, that's
Ah,
us.
yeah.
To a tree. Oh, to a tree.
Yes, I can
That's
do
you
it.
guys.
I got a
Yeah.
little
You guys are here. What are we doing here? I wonder? We're presenting something. Did you
Yes.
realize that we are joining forces to present something? I wonder what we're presenting.
I was just looking for lunch.
I have no idea. The Access Preview Show. Hey, you know what I bet we're here to do? We're here to let those people know what kind of programming is on your Channel 14.
On your channel, Channel 5.
Well, there's a lot of good programming on Channel 5, let me tell you.
Well, and we've watched a lot, and we think that yours, of course, is the best.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But you guys, Channel 14 is just flooded with a variety of programming, and we're going to let these people know what some of that programming is. I get to talk about the Channel 14 shows.
Well, I think we'll do Channel 5.
We'll do
then.
Channel 5.
But I think we should do a
This sounds
fair
like a great-
cross-section of all the shows.
I think that's a good
That'd be
idea. But
great.
you know what I'd really like to do right now? You guys play some terrific music in your
yes.
shows. Why don't we have some music right now, and
right.
we'll let them listen to the music. Hey, alphabetical order, don't you
Spell
think?
my
I think
name
because of
right.
age, I should probably have been first. But
And beauty.
alphabetical is a pretty good. No, we're starting up again. It's fall. In fact, the show is on. We'll have a show here.
Is Sweeps Week coming up?
I think the Access Sweep Weeks is coming up, and we'll see
right.
which has the higher ratings, the Channel 14 or the Channel 5. But we
This
know
will be
which shows are
exciting.
going to have the highest ratings of all.
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
but we like to
first
know
channel.
who doesn't get any viewership.
Well, that's true.
That's what we like to look at.
Yeah, or so it's the bottom 40 rather than the top 40
Yes,
that you pay
we're
attention
like
to.
we like
we're
to see
self-described.
pain and suffering
Yes, we're
and-
cynics. We're self-described.
Well,
cynics.
I think it would be great if we just got into this and let people know what some of the programming was, don't you?
Let's listen to some music and then we can get
You wanna-
started doing
You want
this.
to leave and get started?
Okay.
Let's go get lunch
I'll
while
meet
the
you back
music
here in a few
rolls.
minutes. How does that sound?
That sounds
okay,
good.
well, I'll see you later
All
then.
right, so long. Didn't even get in lunch. Now with us is Doug Boyd, who is one of the Channel 5 producers. That's Government Access, and he works with CIC. And I know you've produced a lot of shows. I was wondering if you can tell us a little bit about some of the work you do for the city.
Okay, the Citizen Information Center works kind of like an advertising agency would, only the only client we have really is the city of Lincoln, and we also do some work for Lancaster County. So in addition to doing video production, we do a lot of the print services for the city.
How did you get started or involved with all this?
Well, I began as a access producer with Cablevision. I worked with Cablevision for a while. And I studied broadcasting at the university. I worked as a television news reporter for a while, but I got back into doing local community television with the city of Lincoln. I really like doing it.
Well, some of the stuff behind us is on just various parts of your shows, sections of your shows. Could you tell us maybe in general what your shows do or what they're about?
Okay, myself and several producers that work with Citizen Information Center do programs for Lincoln City libraries, programs on recycling, neighborhoods, things for the mayor's office on specific incentives. For example, the tape behind us now is talking about Community Congress and the public participation that took place there. Television is a way that we can expand that out to the community so people can be participating from their homes as well as from the place where the meeting is going on.
So basically, you're not aiming at a specific age set or group of people. It's just education for the masses.
For all the people of the city. But there are programs that are going to be of interest to some people and not to others.
Right.
For example, there's a program called Health for a Lifetime that's oriented towards senior citizens.
What other things like, I know getting involved with the government, like, is it a rewarding, you get some kind of reward for, producing these shows and, seeing them on TV? Do you get some kind of personal?
Kickback or-
Yeah.
All I get paid for the work that I do. It's a job for
Yeah.
me. But there are rewards just in terms of knowing that I'm serving the community in my own way, and I do like that. And I'm supporting local communication, local television, and that's something that's important to me as well.
Now, how many shows are involved in this? Like you mentioned Health for a Lifetime, but how many other shows are there?
Yeah, and that's actually one that's produced by volunteers. Our staff produces, I think last year we produced 50 individual programs. Some of those are part of a series. I do a program called Community Development, which changes approximately every other month.
So, well, we got to thank you a lot for being with us, and just look for all your shows on Channel 5.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
There is an organization that produces programming for Cablevision Channel 14, and it's called the Zero Street Cable Cooperative. And with me is Scott Wesley, who's a member of that cooperative. And you actually have two programs that you broadcast under that aegis, and the two programs are what?
Zero Street and Zed Talk. Zero Street is our magazine format. We put on whatever material we have shot in the previous week. And Zed Talk is a call-in show where we respond to taped and live interviews. We tape that every week at a set time so people can call in at the number that you are seeing part of on the screen. I guess that's more of that's a talk show. It's sort of a panel format.
But it's done not in a house, in a living room, actually.
That's-
So in a studio kind of setting. And therefore, it's more static, and you can really discuss the issues in a controlled environment. But the Zero Street programming is more or less done out on the street, out in the field, and you get a lot of input from passersby that you stop and you ask questions of. Am I correct?
That's one of our things. Yeah, we do go out on the street and talk to people and ask them questions and let them say what they want to say. I've also done with the footage that the viewers are seeing now is footage that I shot at a Ross Perot rally, where some of which I just walked around and saw and heard what was going on, and some of which I was actually asking Perot supporters questions to see what they're about and what they know of their candidate, and forming conclusions as I go. So.
All right, now, the Zed Talk and Zero Street programs are on Channel 14, and they are on, each of them are broadcast how many times a week?
About 4 times a week. Actually, Zed Talk, we produce 2 hours of shows which we rotate, so each of those appears twice a week, but the Zero Street show is all one show, one block.
So if people want to see these particular programs, they really just need to check out the schedules, because they're on a great many different times and it's hard to miss them.
Definitely.
Is there a philosophy, or are there topics that you prefer to talk about in these particular programs? In other words, are you more politically oriented and metaphysically oriented than you are cooking recipes and that type of thing?
Well, actually, we have had cooking shows. We have a segment called Lassie's Kitchen, where Sally Heron, one of our members, does recipes, and we've had actually a couple people do recipes. So we've done just about anything on Zero Street you can think of.
So it has a wider latitude.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
much wider.
So Zero Street is a program that involves a lot of people and their opinions and their reactions to different issues.
And yeah, whatever.
And Zed Talk is a call-in program that is more or less done in the studio type of thing. Channel
Yeah.
14, Zero Street Cable Cooperative.
Right.
Thank you, Scott Wesley.
Thank you.
Now we're talking with Sean, who's a student out at Malcolm High School, and Gary Tillotson, who is producer extraordinaire down here at Channel 5, and together they are involved in a program called Star Volunteers, which airs on Channel 5. And could you tell us a little bit about Star Volunteers?
Star Volunteers is a program that is produced by people from Retired Senior Volunteer Program, or RSVP, which is part of the Lincoln-Lancaster Area Agency on Aging. And it's the students of Malcolm High School who actually produce this program. What are some of the things, Sean, that these students do for this program?
The students do everything that needs to be done, which could be from on-camera work to the technical, to directing the programs.
And what happens is that every month RSVP features volunteers that have been nominated by various agencies for their outstanding volunteer work. And those volunteers then come into the studio where they are interviewed by the students. The program is called Star Volunteers. It is seen on Channel 5, and it's seen at various times on Channel 5, and so they need to check the Channel 5 schedule if they want to catch the program.
What kind of people are involved in here? I mean, what kind of volunteers or people are shown on your program?
Oh, Sean, help us out here.
There are the volunteers come on the program, and their nominators come on. Types of volunteers that were on was the head of the Operation Homecoming, the mayor of Lincoln, Mike Johans, people behind the Star City Parade, and people who work with Lomar.
Yes, and that's really what Star Volunteers is all
It's a
about.
wide variety of volunteers.
That's exactly right.
in
So-
the Nebraska area.
So we should look for Star Volunteers
On Channel 5.
5, and of course, for sure, so we'll have to just keep checking the channel.
Check the schedule out and see how it goes.
All right.
So thanks,
Thanks
guys.
a lot thanks very much.
Lisa's
Nookie at the Green Frog.
I-D-I-O. Idiot.
The idiot.
Lisa's Idiot.
Nookie the Frog.
S-H-O. Lisa's Idiot Show.
Lisa's idiot.
Huh, I wonder what Lisa's
Nicky
Idiot
Dare.
Show is all about.
Look, Green Frog. Look
Well,
out,
hey, I'm
Mr.
Lisa Waltridge,
Tillotson
and I'm the
and
producer of
Lisa.
Lisa's Idiot
Here
Show.
comes
Well, then you
Green
can tell
Frog.
us, first of all, it's on Channel 5. What times is Lisa's Idiot Show on the air?
We air twice a week, Monday nights at 9:30, Monday nights at 9:30 and Friday afternoons at 4:30.
I see. And Lisa's Idiot Show, what's it all about?
Oh, we're out to have fun. That's our main goal. We do a lot of crazy skits, entertainment. We're out for entertainment. That's probably
A lot of
our
humor.
big thing. Humor, yes, that's very important.
And some satire, and some strange,
Yes.
plain silliness.
Definitely.
What audience do you have in mind with your program?
We don't tailor to one specific audience. Rather, we try to incorporate the vast viewing taste of
So anybody who wants to see just a lot of good humor and a lot of satire and silliness, they should tune in to Lisa's Idiot Show on Channel 14 at
Monday nights at 9:30 and Friday afternoons at 4:30.
and it's a half-an-hour program.
Half-hour show. Yeah.
Who's in the program besides yourself?
Anyone basically who wants to be on. I have a lot of my friends on, and my brother and sister help with the production aspects, the filming and the editing. And that.
So if there's somebody out in the viewing audience who says, gee, that's the kind of program I think I would like to do, it has the same kind of humor that I enjoy, they should just write to Lisa, and
Yeah.
possibly they could be on Lisa's Idiot Show.
Definitely. Hey,
Here
he's
we're
our
watching your
talent.
brother, aren't we? Well,
Yes, I'm a little teapot.
Little Teapot, which I thought was very funny. I liked that. And again, satire, and these are, I assume these are friends or relatives of yours?
Yes, they are.
And they're just having a good time with that little children's song kind of thing. And I know also that you did on this particular program, you found a book from the late 60s or the early 70s,
Yeah,
and you
that's
offer
the
us some
clip, right?
fashion tips.
Right. I think we can all learn from these tips in here.
And they're still, of course, relevant.
Yeah, you can still apply them today. Definitely. I
Everyone
think
knows
so.
that, particularly when you make jewelry out of macaroni and things like that.
Yes.
Is that not correct? Yes. So your tongue is firmly in your cheek with a lot of these little sketches
Well,
that you do.
Some.
And satire is one of the things that you like to do in your particular
what's this?
program.
Satire.
You call that satire?
This was
That
just
is
a little, information.
Wait a minute. You're being unfair to this young lady. She's a guest. We invited her to come in.
There's such a thing as being a good guest and a good
She's a
host.
perfect guest. What are you, just because she's having a little fun with
Nobody
your
is
program? Guys, I think this is a bad.
Hi, I'm Lisa Waltridge, and I invite you all to watch Lisa's Idiot Show on Channel 14. We are twice a week, Monday evenings at 9:30 and Friday afternoons at 4:30. So we invite you all to watch. Thanks a lot. Dan, fade to black now.
Hi, and now we're talking with Jen Eckler, who is involved with the show Health for a Lifetime, and she's here. She's going to tell us a little bit about the show and maybe a little bit about herself. And I understand you're a public health nurse?
That's right. I'm a public health nurse with Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department, and I work with the Lifetime Health Program that produces the show Health for a Lifetime. I'm the personal health monitor for that program.
And this program is on Channel 5.
On Channel 5, 6 times a week, and you'll have to check your directory to see exactly what the times are. Health for a Lifetime reflects the general purpose of the whole Lifetime Health Program, which is to improve and maintain the health of older adults. The members of Lifetime Health produce a show every month, and each month Community resource guests address a topic of such special interest to seniors. This could include things like sleep disorders, benefits of drinking water, kids' cuisine for when grandparents are fixing dinners or snacks for their grandchildren, stress reduction, and many more. Each show, a registered dietitian demonstrates a heart-healthy recipe and also gives tips to improve our nutritional status. Recipes are always available and will be sent to those people who call the Lifetime Health Office and request them. We also have each time an exercise class led by Chris Thaler, our fitness director for Lifetime Health. This exercise class is a stretch and tone class, which is non-aerobic, and home viewers are encouraged to participate. Stretching and toning is very important because it increases flexibility, muscle tone, flexibility, and coordination. Regular stretch and toning assists people to remain self-efficient, active, and decreases the risk for injury in everyday life. If people are interested in an aerobic fitness class, these are offered through the Lifetime Health program to our members. People interested in that kind of a workout, a cardiovascular workout, can call our office for more information regarding those classes.
Okay, so the show is on Channel 5. And
Channel
it plays,
5.
we say 6 times a week. Just have to look on Channel 5 and hope either you bump into it or look on the schedule listings.
That's correct.
All right. Well, thanks for being here and we hope that we increased your viewership.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Give me another one of those. There we go. Joining me now is Larry Rouse, who has a program, one of several programs, on Channel 14. Tell us what the name of the program that you're best known for is.
It's Bible Talk. You can hear it on Channel 14 almost every day.
And what's the purpose of this particular program?
Well, the goal is to encourage Bible study. We're willing to try to field any Bible question that a person may want to call in. We may not necessarily have the answer, but I have found over the years that when people begin to study, they have questions, and maybe by watching our program, they may raise more questions for their study. And so that's really the purpose. We want to get people to look at the Bible and to learn it for themselves.
The gentleman who's on the program with you, his name is?
Lynn Huggins.
Now, you're not only doing this program
His name
for
is
television
Lynn
audience,
Huggins.
but at the time you're doing the program, you are doing it where?
It's at the studios of KLIN, the church that both Lynn and I preach for, the 31st and C Church of Christ, has had radio programs either on the FM or AM station there since we've been here. And we've recently, in the last year and a half, we've gone to AM. And we decided to try the call-in format and to try to televise it, and we've been very, very pleased with the response.
So your radio live on Sunday morning.
Live on Sunday morning at 7:30.
Who want to listen to the radio can call in and talk to you then live.
That's correct.
And you're taping it, and on a tape delayed basis, you play it over Channel 14. Did you say 5 days a week?
6 days.
6 days a week. And then people can call an answering machine and talk to you from the television program if they choose to.
Yes, that's right. We on our radio program, a lot of times when we don't have live callers, we'll go to the answering machine calls, and we get quite a few of those.
Now, I realize that you want anybody and everybody to watch the program and also to call in and to feel comfortable in doing so. But do you have a target audience in mind in your, with the television audience in particular?
Well, probably, I don't know if you would call them a target audience, but we kind of know our audience. We know who is responding the most, and we feel like it's probably the older people because of, I suppose, their background with the Bible and maybe the emphasis upon the Bible in past generations.
And have you had a fairly good reception with this, with both the television and the radio?
It has exceeded our expectations. We actually give away free literature, and we get an idea of who's calling in, and we have probably close to 1,000 names that we have on the database of people that have requested material. And as you know, in broadcasting, we've got a much larger audience than that, than from those who simply have chosen to call.
Now, let's tell everybody once again, you're on Channel 14, and at what times can they see the television program?
Yes, the television program on Cablevision Channel 14 Monday evenings at 6:30, Tuesday through Friday at 5 o'clock, and then Saturday evenings at 11:30.
And the radio program is broadcast at what time?
It's on KLIN, 1400 AM, on Sunday evenings at 7:30, and that's where you guys can call in and give us a hard time or ask a question.
Well, Larry Rouse, I want to thank you for being here and promoting your program and telling us all about it. And you can tune in and see Bible Talk on Channel 14. Thank you.
Now here with us is Gary Tillotson. We have you here on the screen and with us live from Channel 5, producer. Tell us a little bit about what we have here.
This is a new program, and it's called Studio 3. It's a series of interviews that we've put together. It'll be broadcast sometime on Channel 5, and I don't know exactly what the times are, so people have to check the schedule. It'll be broadcast between September and December, and it's a series of interviews, as I said. These are people that I've been curious about for a very long time, and I wanted to know something about them as people. So I invited them to come into the studio and sit down with me. Mayor Johans was one of the people that we interviewed. We got to know something about him above and beyond his role as a politician. Found out that he's a small-town farm boy from Iowa, and we got to know something about him as
Mayor
a man.
Johans, here come Green
Also
Fox.
talked with Fry and City Councilman Gates Minnick, and got to know something about them as people as well. First Lady Diane Nelson is someone that I also had the opportunity to talk with. We all know something about the mayor, but we know very little about her. She's a very warm and a very gracious, very open lady, and that comes across in the interview as you sit and listen to her talk about her family and about her life and about her role as the First Lady in the state of Nebraska. These are a series, as I said, of 6 interviews that we did, and the program is called Studio 3. Steve Gaines is an actor, a producer, he's also an educator. And he's a person that I've known for some time. He's done stage work and television work, and I wanted to know something about him, so I asked Steve to come in and sit down and find out about him as a person. The next 2 young people that you're going to see me interviewing are people that should seem very familiar to you. This was one of my favorite interviews, to sit and to talk with these 2. They should look very familiar to you.
Yes, I know that.
Kevin Gregorius in the black and Justin Firestone in the red. And
that's Cardinal Red.
Cardinal Red, yes, of course. People will get to know more about these 2 young people than
many others.
Yes.
and many others in this series of programs that we call Studio 3. It's on Channel 5 sometime between September and December. They just check.
And that's the problem with Channel 5.
Thank you, guys. The skit that you guys have done is the skit that we're watching right now, the home shopping satire that you did. It's one of my favorite things that you guys have ever done. Foolery and Mancatdoo is the name of your television show.
Foolery and Mancatdoo show.
And it's on what times? And on Channel 14.
It's Channel 14 Wednesdays at 7:30. Every Wednesday at 7:30. And
we're doing a new show. It's the Precious Moment Show.
we call it, well, it was Foolery and Mancatdoo Precious Moments Theater.
Time
And we keep
for
getting longer now.
But you're not selling these little figurines called Precious Moments.
No,
Why do you call
no,
it Precious Moments?
It's all of our favorite moments from our shows.
Our old, really old
Yes,
show.
So people can watch a current show where you have all brand new stuff and really
and at the
exciting
same
stuff.
time,
Yes.
be looking at
Out, man.
youngins. Us,
When we were
3 years younger.
Little guys
We're
with
back
high
when-
voices.
Yes.
So, which goes back to the 4 years that you've been on the air.
3, I guess, is
Okay.
actually, we looked and
The
counted.
3
Only
years
three,
that you've
yes.
been on the air. But anyway, the progression of you as you grow up on
Well,
television.
Kind of like
like
the
to
Brady
think,
Bunch,
we like to
but
think
in a better way.
progression.
I see. Now, tell people what they're going to see when they watch Foolery.
You're watching
What
Tom.
about
I don't know.
the Thinking Man's
The
comedy.
epitome of a thinking man's comedy from a cynic's point of view is what I think.
And we thought about that one all night long.
Oh, the definition.
Oh, yeah,
all night
sure,
long.
why not?
Yes,
What?
Channel 14, what night?
Wednesday nights at 7:30.
At 7:30.
Zany
and of
Mad
course-
Cap comedy.
And be looking for our other new show, our
Precious Moments
which is
Theater.
old shows. It's a new show of old shows.
It's a new old show.
Yes, right.
I see.
It's
Kind of like New
neoclassicist.
Oh, a neoclassicist. Okay.
Yes.
The neoclassicist tomfoolery
Yes,
Mancatdoo
right,
show,
exactly.
which is called Precious Moments.
That's right.
But the current tomfoolery, where everyone can stay abreast of your latest humorous endeavors,
right.
is on what time?
Wednesday nights
Wednesdays.
at 7:30.
Wednesdays at 7:30.
And it's tomfoolery and
Mancatdoo show.
Mancatdoo.
Yes.
Actually, you guys are
You know what time
pioneers
it
when
is.
it comes to cablevision.
Pioneers, we like to say.
Earth.
Well, because you were actually the first two who were, shall we say, under the age
of
of
20.
who started doing programming out there, and now
that's
there
right.
is a plethora
Yes.
of this kind of programming.
Yeah,
You guys
veritable
are the originals, and probably the best still of the bunch,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes, we know that.
Okay, and
Yes.
it's the name of the show is,
Tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery and Mancatdoo
and it's
show.
on what time?
Wednesdays
Wednesday
at
at
7:30.
And the other show is,
You know what time it
The
is.
Precious Moments Theater.
and it's on.
We don't know yet.
Oh, it'll be on. So they just have to look at the schedule
Yeah, I
to
have
find
to
out when
look.
it's going to be on.
It's kind of a bear of a thing to
But
do.
the show, the old the granddaddy of all the shows is the
Tomfoolery and
Tomfoolery and
Mancatdoo
Mancatdoo show.
Wednesday nights.
7:30.
Okay, thank you guys.
Yes, you're welcome.
Joining me is Lynn Bomberger, who's part of a program called the Mobile Home Show, which is on Channel 14. What times is it on, Lynn?
Okay, it comes on Tuesday at 8 and Wednesday at 11 at night.
At night, okay. And what kind of a program is the Mobile Home Show?
Okay, it's a satire of like morning talk shows, such as The Home Show and Regis and Kathy Lee.
And what kind of segments do you have in this particular program?
We have like cook shows, fashion consultants come on and talk about their designs. We have diseases, we have accomplished artists and stuff like that come on, and people who
I used to have a disease, but I'm much better now.
And stuff like that.
And here we see a new product segment that you are doing a satire of, right?
Yes.
And the host is supposed to put on this this outfit that is to prevent people from slipping in the shower. Is that correct?
A Slip No More shower harness.
And isn't that you, Lynn, that we see there on camera talking with the hosts?
Yes.
I see.
My name in this one is Alana Caldwell.
I see.
And I'm from Czechoslovakia.
And it is basically a satire then?
Yes.
And the Mobile Home Show is on what nights now?
Tuesday at 8 and Wednesday at 11 o'clock.
And it's on Channel 14, and it's called the Mobile Home Show, and people can watch for it then. Okay? A companion program to the Mobile Home Show is a show called Kno Doze with TaeWanDo, and it's shown right after the Mobile Home Show on Tuesday nights at 8 and on Wednesday nights at 11. Now, Dan Benishek, you're part of a group that put this program together. Tell me what Kno Doze with TaeWanDo on Channel 14 is all about.
Well, whereas the Mobile Home Show was a satire on early morning talk shows, Kno Doze was a satire on late night talk shows such as David Letterman and Johnny Carson. We had interviews and commercials and showed new products.
In fact, you actually have some musical guests on here, don't you, in your particular program?
Yes, we do, and we also have our own expert musical posse.
If I remember correctly, you are that musical posse. And like with Branford and Salas on the Jay Leno Show, you play the jug.
I play the jug. It's more of a water bottle, actually.
That you play.
Thank you very much.
This is, again, the TaeWanDo Show, which is a companion show to the Mobile Home Show. They're seen on Channel 14 on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock and on Wednesday nights at 11 o'clock. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And they're both intended to be satires, right? One of morning talk shows and one of late night talk shows, correct? And therefore, people shouldn't be offended by whatever they see on these programs because they are kind of freewheeling. Am I correct?
They shouldn't be.
They should not be offended.
Should not be.
Okay. That is on Channel 14, Tuesday nights at
8
and Wednesday nights at
10.
11. Okay, thanks, guys. The Access Review Show with Justin Firestone, Kevin Gregorius, Gary Tillotson. Music by Justin Firestone and Chris Bowlby. Director Dan Benishek. Floor manager Sean Williams. Sound by Len Bomberger. Technical director Gabe Wilkin. Produced at the Governmental and Educational Access Facility, a cooperative service of Cablevision, the City of Lincoln, and Nebraska ETV. Produced by Clippership Productions. Copyright 1992 and... Copyright 1992.